Welcome to the Mediabox, where I'm joined by PACE President Theodoros Rousopoulos to look back on another busy week here in Strasbourg. The highlight surely must have been the Olympic flame.
Yes, I think it is an important and historical, I would say, event, because it is the first time that the Olympic flame enters a building, enters a parliament, and it is to celebrate the 75th anniversary of the Council of Europe. It was a special request to the International Olympic Committee and, of course, to the French government, and they had answered that they should be here, they should be present, and I want to thank them once again. Everybody was moved, and it was obvious. The hemicycle was full of people, full of parliamentarians, full of interest about what had happened back in almost 2,800 years ago when the Olympic Games started. The Olympic Game is the representative of peace, and the flame is a representative of it. Symbolically, the flame entered the parliament where we discuss about peace, democracy, and rule of law. Is something that will all be remembered by all of us.
Meanwhile, the Council of Europe itself is a mere 75 years old, and a number of events to mark that as well.
A lot of events. Let me start with thanking President Sobotka, the Speaker of the Austrian Parliament, who is the only speaker who is a conductor. So I have asked him to come and conduct the Ode to Joy, who started our week with the Ode to Joy, an orchestra from Strasbourg. Then we had the 75th anniversary with the Big Prize. We started giving from this year the prize to women and to women empowerment. And the first who won the prize was Irida Women's Center from Greece. Then we have a very interesting exhibition, 75 women, 75 years. Women who are very important in the history of the Council of Europe. I personally spoke for the 76 women, talking about the unknown woman who is struggling out there, fighting for equality.
And in terms of the resolutions passed in the PACE Assembly this week, what stood out for you? I'm guessing that a lot of Ukraine.
Yes, but allow me to welcome first the new elected Secretary General, Mr. Alain Berset, with high majority. He's going to take office in September, and he will be the head of the organization for the next 5 years. So I wish him all the best. And yes, you're right. We had a lot of events, and especially about Ukraine. We'll never stop supporting Ukraine. We discussed about heritage and the cultural genocide that is being done there. We have discussed about the children who are deported. We have almost 20,000 children deported, and there is a Russification of the children. We have discussed about the tribunal and the sanctions to Russia. And as far as other reports and interesting debates, we had the Famagusta report, meaning we talked 50 years after the Turkish invasion in Cyprus about the ghost city of Famagusta. Then we have a very interesting discussion about Gaza and the continuing war there. We all know how did it started from the terrorist Hamas. We try to find solutions helping for peace in Middle East. Of course, Middle East and peace are sometimes meanings controversial, unfortunately according to the history. And the last issue was Georgia. We are very concerned about what's happening in Georgia, because the parliament has voted already votes against the will of, or the opinion of the Venice Commission, talking about the so-called transparency law and the law for the LGBTI community. I had a lot of meetings with representatives from Georgia this week, but the debate was very interesting.
Theodoros Rousopoulos, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Great.